Hey there, this is Saurabh Nanda, and I'm the founder and CEO of Asset Mentoring. You know what? It's been almost 13 plus years now that I've been interacting with students from multiple cities and multiple countries all across the world. And one question that is something that still seems like a black box to most young people, whether they are students or young professionals or even experienced professionals, is industrial certifications or industry certifications. What are industry certifications? Industry certification is a certification where it's primarily an upskilling program which helps you develop skills in a particular area which you might not have studied in your college education. Or it is a new skill which has come into the market which has not been added to any college curriculum anyhow. So, in order to be abreast with the latest changes and in order to be good at what the market demands right now, you need to probably upskill yourself and get some set of knowledge, some set of tools, some set of tricks up your sleeve so that you can perform better in your job. These are called industry certifications. There are multiple types. Now, mostly industry certifications are need based. Please understand this, they are need based. If you need them, then only go for it. And what do you mean by need based? Well, if your job, maybe even if your future job requires those tools that the certification offers, then you should go for it. Otherwise, it's just a fancy certificate that you will have on your resume and will not add any value. Now, there are some very famous, international certifications, mostly American certifications. There's something called CFA, right? It's about financial analysis. Now, a lot of students who are studying business and commerce related subjects like economics and maybe accounts, they all like to go for CFA. Why? Because they want to understand financial accounting and because CFA will give them that special checkbox on their resume to get a particular kind of job and so on and so forth. Now, what we've understood about CFA so far is CFA level one is the easiest. And when I say easy, it doesn't mean that it doesn't require effort. It requires a lot of effort, at least 6 months of preparation. But CFA level one doesn't really make you employable. There will not be a job which will specifically say, if you're CFA level one, please come and join us. Secondly, unless and until you're actually working in finance, it has very little value. Because once you learn those tools, once you have that set of knowledge, if you're not applying it, it's useless. So mostly CFA level 2 is something that you go for, but that requires at least a year of preparation. It's extremely tough. Pass percentage is very low. And then you have CFA level 3 as well. If you're really going into financial analysis, that kind of job profile, only then consider them seriously. A lot of students do it to get a job. A lot of students do it to get into a good, B school for their MBA. A lot of students do it in MBA to get a job after MBA. It is not a new blazer that you're going to try and it'll make you look smarter. It doesn't work like that. Yes, it will give you some good knowledge about a certain area, but that does not make or break your resume. Similarly, there is FRM, which I don't recommend any student to go for, especially if they are students, if they're still in college, because FRM requires immediate application of the knowledge. FRM means financial risk management. If you're not involved in a project where FRM is needed, there's no point going for it. And then there are other certifications which might be more useful for you. For example, enterprise risk management, because in today's VUCA world, things are changing so fast. So an enterprise risk management gives you an idea how a business needs to assess the risk before they invest into something or try to do something new. That makes more sense. Then there are certifications for stock exchange. The National Stock Exchange offers some certifications. So that, sorry. So that you can know more about the stock markets in general, equities, and how to invest, where to invest, and so forth. They also have multiple levels, but industrial certifications do add value if you're going in a particular field. But Will it add value to everyone who does the certification? No, it will not. You also have technical certifications in engineering, in medicine, in nursing, in other fields as well. Unless and until you plan to work long term, at least 5 years in that particular field, getting a certification like that will not make sense. And the certification that you actually need, you will get once you join a job. If it requires you to get a Six Sigma Lean Black Belt certification, the company will tell you, most probably the company will also endorse you. We have clients who have worked 10, 12 years, and the company says, you know what, if you want to go for an executive MBA, go for it. We will actually endorse you. We will also partially fund or maybe fully fund your entire education. So when you get to a job, then it makes more sense to go for industrial certifications rather than being in college. And if you are going to invest money and time and effort into an industrial certification, please understand whether it's adding value or not, or how will it add value to your profile. Now, a lot of managers, they need to get certifications like PM from PMI and so on and so forth once they reach a certain level of work experience. Similarly, companies need different certifications also. Again, it certifies that you're good at something. Do you need to be certified? If I'm an IT company, then I need CMMI level 5, then I need PCI DSS and so on and so forth. But if I'm not an IT company, I don't need them. So I hope this makes some sense to you. This helps you understand better as to how to go for certification and not randomly go for them. Because when you are confused about your career pathway and when you start asking for, what else can I do? A lot of people will suggest, why don't you go for a certification? That might or might not be valuable for you, that might or might not be useful for you, that might or might not be used at all in your entire career. So, for the sake of adding it, don't go for it. I've seen people 13, 15 years of experience doing an international MBA and just to get a job, also learning programming and getting a few programming certifications. Is that good? Well, if the job market is bad and if after the MBA they're not getting absorbed in the labor market, and if they have to go for an IT job, then obviously it is needed. So you can do a certification at any point of your life. Don't do it for the sake of doing it. Do it when you know when you're going to apply those skills. I hope this helped you. See you soon.